Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not funny show reviews. And today we're reviewing episode 5 of Harley Quinn season 2, and it's entitled "It's a Swamp Thing." So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? Ladi, first of all, welcome back, and we're back to to Harley Quinn, which I think last episode really been hitting its stride with that orgy episode. But how can they do better than that?
Gasm 2.0.
Yeah. This episode, we got Harley and Ivy. They're trying to track down Frank. Ivy is just like she's like, I can usually find things in the green, but I just can't. I'm gonna need some super firepower, some super flower power, maybe. So she's like, I gotta go and talk to Swamp Thing because he's the master of the green. And so that sends, they are going to go down to New Orleans, and we get the return of Nora Freeze,
Oh,
who is
jeez.
living her best life, trying to live her best life down in New Orleans with the girls. It's a big old girls trip, um, and we get Swamp Thing. We get John Constantine, aka Constantine, if you're watching
Mhm.
Sandman, and some jungle swamp shenanigans. So all that said, Lottie got to see this episode. What'd you think?
First of all, the fact that they turned Swamp Thing into like a California surfer dude.
A
It's
California
like
Chad.
he's like, man, y'all just gotta go with the flow, man.
It's
It's
like
just
this.
like
It's like this chai. I just love it.
because it's Harley Quinn always finds a way to make you to turn what you expect to the unexpectable. Because this, I really just thought, okay, Swamp Thing is just going to be like a creature that only Ivy can talk to because she can talk to animals. But then when he's like, the man literally acts like he's a surfer dude, and I'm just like, come on, man. It is like,
I,
just
lo- I love the fact that he and Nora. First of all, Nora's just like, again, she's trying to live her best life. So she's out there. She's partying, drinking
she's
people.
a she's a Jenny.
She drank John Constantine under the table, which was cool as fuck. It was so cool that they brought Constantine out, and he was. It was just like exactly what you expect, and to see that he and Ivy have had dealings before. Like, isn't this interesting that in the Harley Quinn world, it's the DCEU we didn't even know we wanted, but we definitely need.
Yeah.
They've all these different characters have met. Swamp Thing exists, and but everyone sort of, like you said, sort of turned on their head. Just we've been saying this before. Bane sort of turned on his head a little bit. Clayface is, and to see Swamp Thing just kind of be that guy, and then also he and Nora just like getting it on, and there. I mean, it's just hilarious. The whole thing
I
is
do
really
want to
hilarious.
say this though. I do want to say I just love how the creators of Harley Quinn realize how much people love Bane, and they just sprinkle him in at least a few times each episode.
Yeah, it's. I mean, Bane's a treat. You know what else? And we before we are remiss in mentioning it, the whole Batman
Oh
Catwoman relationship counseling thing. Oh my!
God.
First of all, God, I mean, talk about being pussy whipped. Like
Down
Bruce Wayne.
bad. Is Batman Bruce Wayne is down bad, man.
Oh man, I love that whole little music master had them force them to sing out what they were. Ah man, it gets so good. Like, because Batman is in here. He's a joke, but not a joke. Like, when it comes to ass kicking, obviously Batman's the man, right? But this whole
Mhm.
thing with Selena Kyle is just like he's all wrong footed and everything, and she's like, "Nah, I'm good. I just want to keep it light or whatever." Fucking love that. But back to like the main story, the whole Frank being kidnapped and like what happened to him and everything. Uh, I did like that. Amidst all of the funny, they did have like some real moments in there. Like it's weird. It's so weird that this kind of raunchy comedy will stop for a minute and be like, all right, let's keep it real. We're gonna have some real emotion and like story and character advancement with, Ivy talking with um, Swamp Thing about and how they used to be friends and what this ongoing thing about Ivy not liking humanity, but then still making connections with people. I mean, I really enjoyed that little bit when she hugged it out with Swamp Thing.
Yeah.
It's interesting to me. Like I said, we're getting the DCU we didn't know we wanted, and that this DCU involves Ivy who and Harley who are clearly bad guys, but we still want them to win. Um, and I also do like that in the midst of all that, Harley's like she's doing her psychiatrist thing. Did you notice that she's like,
Yeah, yeah,
"Oh,
she's like,
you had a breakthrough.
obviously.
I didn't want to walk you through it. I just wanted to let you get there yourself." And I was like, "Yes, that's right. She is a psychiatrist." Oh man, this show just gets better as far as I'm concerned. Like I know I was sort of like, the first few were cool, but like the last two have just been top notch. And I've really enjoyed this show. This fifth episode was pretty much everything I wanted. And also even finding out that Frank is being held by Bruce Wayne. Like, oh shit, we're definitely going to see Batman and Harley and Ivy going at it again as usual. But it's weird this time to be rooting for the bad guys, right?
Yep.
So anyway,
I'm just waiting for what's his name to become president. I mean, mayor.
Yeah, we haven't even gotten to that part yet, like that we saw in the trailers. So there's plenty going on here as far as that concerned, and I like that Harley and Ivy. Every week they're getting their relationships getting better and better. Um, and it's fun to see people come in and out of this show. Like I said, seeing Nora again, she was the best, and I'm really hoping that we'll see more of that in the future. But yeah. Getting Frank back, that's going to be huge. So really looking forward to that on the next episode. So anyway, guys, those are our thoughts about this episode of Harley Quinn. What did you guys think about it? And what did you think about what we had to say? Get down to the comment section. Let us know what you're thinking. Of course, you can always hit us up, supernotfunnyshow@gmail.com or at supernotfunnys1 on Twitter. All right, all you Fabricants and Fleshbags, thanks for joining us on this review. Come back next week. We'll be doing the very next episode of Harley Quinn. Until then, I've been Mode Poupée, your resident fabricant and comic extraordinaire on all things pop culture, joined by the anime expert, video game designer, and lover of all things superhero, my good friend Ladi. We'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace.
Peace.